we head into
The greatest
the
fucking
main
television
event.
show of all time.
We are going to Dan to Dan, Season 2, Episode 1.
I fucking love this show so fucking much, dude.
I do too.
It's too good. It's literally like, it's too fucking good for its own good.
Everything about it. I remember Season 1, and I remember how I felt about Season 1, and it just took me maybe like half the episode to like get the feeling back.
No, I was like full fucking throttled in. The spear gun, and it shot, and then my apartment blew apart. But it was just like Dan to Dan was left there standing, and it was looking cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched the rest of it in my open air solo camping experience.
That's a Dan to Dan reference, and you don't even know it. So
Hell yeah.
it picks up where Season 1 left off, with Momo in the onsen with the gators, and they're closing in on her. And Momo is like, I heard if you take out the leader, then the pack will disperse, like wolves. And she goes to use her powers, but they get the jump on her. As she's being subdued by the gators, there's a flash of light, and the onsen just starts exploding, and she uses the time to try and escape. But one of the gators grabs her ankle, but then the onsen wall falls down perfectly on him as Momo is missed by the door's entrance, and then there's a sweet view of the mountain with a rainbow, and Momo is like, damn, that was sick.
That's that. What's his name? Buster Keaton? No, that was a different movie. The guy that did the door falling on him. There was like a barn. And he's standing in the middle, and like the barn falls, and he's in the hole. Yeah, it was paying homage to that, and I thought it was cool. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Turbo Granny is chilling and is like, man, lucky this place was run down and shit. And Momo is like, man, what you doing here? And Turbo Granny says, everything clicked once Seiko said Gigi's address. And she was like, oh shit, Onsen District. And then snuck into Momo's bag. The Chamber of Commerce dudes roll up and are like, who the fuck messed up the Onsen? And they point to the gators and are like, hey, you guys, are you with the Keto family? And then they chase after them. I have a note here that says, I assume Turbo Granny saved Momo because she saved the girls from the shady situations in the abandoned railway tunnel in episode 1. Or not save them, but basically like,
yeah, she was kind.
Help their spirits or whatever. They leave and Momo thanks Turbo Granny, but she's like, I didn't save you. The powers just moved on their own. Momo is like, did you check out Gigi's house? I couldn't see anything wrong. And Turbo Granny is like, that place is fucked.
Yeah.
And it's soaked up too much human blood. Then there's an ominous shot of shadows outside Gigi's house. Cuts to Gigi's house, and the whole Okaroon and Gigi put in the wall with all the talismans. And Gigi is like, man, what should we do? And Okaroon says they should wait for Momo to get back. But then the doorbell rings. Gigi is like, oh shit. Good timing, and rips open the door, assuming it's Momo, but it's all the weird-looking old alien people ladies that look similar to the gators. Gigi invites them in and has a bunch of snacks for them, and they're just sitting around gossiping about the neighbors next door and that this is their territory. And the leader lady is like, Gigi, sit down and eat some snacks. And he's like, fuck yeah. And she says, you better stay friendly, because you don't pay rent.
Real quick, the intro for this season's not as cool. Not even close to as cool as Creepy Nuts. And I knew it wouldn't be just because, like, that Creepy Nuts intro was insane. I watched it every single time. But this one's like, it's fine.
Yeah. Okaroon is like, what the fuck is happening? And Gigi says it's a rental home, and while his parents are in the hospital, he doesn't have to pay rent. And the ladies are from the Keto family. Okaroon is like, man, we put a fucking hole in the wall. And it cuts to the hole and they put a poster over it. And Gigi is like, if they ask, just say we don't know anything. The leader lady is like, Gigi, you disappeared without saying anything. And he's like, I went to go pick up my friend Okaroon. And she's like, you weren't trying to find a spirit medium, were you? And all the ladies are like, man, what the fuck? This place isn't haunted. You're lowering property value. And he's like, nah. Does Okaroon look like a spirit medium? The leader lady whips out her over-under shotgun and is like, I got a hunting license, you know, and accidents happen in the mountains. And she points the gun directly at them. And he's like, man, even if you have a license, you can't point a gun at people. You'll get in trouble with the police. Just then, a police dude walks in and he's like, hey guys, and sees her pointing the gun at Gigi. But then the other Gator Keto family guys walk in And they're like, damn, Officer Tsudu helped us out, or we would have been in big trouble, right, guys? And then they all walk in and they all start hanging out and are like, if any of us get arrested, it's your fault, right, Officer Tsudu? And they have a good laugh. So apparently the Keto family has the police in their back pocket. The leader, Gator dude, is like, Gigi, where have you been? And he's like, oh, out with my friend. And he's like, you're not lying, are you, boy? I hate liars. Then he's like, who is this fuck? Referring to Okarun. And Gigi is like, oh, he's my friend. Leader dude is like, oh yeah? What's Gigi's favorite soccer team? And if you don't know that shit, then I'm going to wonder what you're doing here. And it's tense. But Okarun clutches out and is like, Saint Germain. And they're like, oh shit, you do know. You must be his best friend. Let's go. And they all just start eating snacks.
Like, the Gators and the Keto family, like, as a whole, the next scene is, like, the dopest shit ever created so far.
It's fucking wild.
Dude, it's so sick. I was such a huge fan.
The leader lady is like, hey, where's the girl? And when's she getting back? And Gigi is like, what girl?
There's a girl here? That's crazy.
I don't like those. Ew, gross.
Boobs? Don't show me those.
They're like, hey, are you lying? I hate liars. And he's like, yeah, what girl? And leader lady is like, you just lied. Cuts to Momo at the Tsuchinoko shrine, and there's some dude just doing headstands. And the guy is like, what you want? And she's like, oh, is this the shrine? And he's like, yeah, sorry, I'm doing headstands. Just trying to be a boo-tuber.
Thanks. Me too, guy. Me too.
Aren't we all? He's like, come on in. And Momo is like, wait, isn't that shrine shit valuable? And he's like, man, I don't make money off this shit. I want to be a boo-tuber. And Momo is like, fucking sick. I gotta come back with Okarun later. She walks in and there's just some snake skin and she's like, Tsuchinoko, this doesn't look like one at all. And the dude is like, yep, I agree with you.
Yeah, this shit's stupid. I don't know why people can pay for this. Hence why I'm trying to be a boo-tuber, dude.
He says that the documents in the temple say that, quote, dragon rising to heaven will cast a rainbow, and the wrath of the mountain will engulf the village, unquote. He continues and says that it's believed that when the giant snake living in the volcano gets hungry, the volcano erupts. And back in the day, people offered one child from the village as sacrifice to satiate the snake's hunger. And for the past 200 years, the volcano hasn't erupted and was granted the blessing of hot springs.
Oh, how nice of them to donate a child for the hot springs. Thanks, guys.
Get ready. The snake skin is supposedly from when the giant snake molted, and by enshrining the molted skin, that's what's preventing the volcano from erupting now. Momo is like, cool, but this isn't a Tsuchinoko. And he's like, yeah, my dad said if we called it that, it would bring in more tourists. And I think we talked about Tsuchinoko in another episode, but just to recap, it's a Japanese folklore story of a snake being. And I compare it to like Bigfoot, maybe, in America.
Okay. It's not like Ouroboros where snake eating ass.
I don't know. Maybe it is. Who knows? Snake eat ass.
Snake eat own ass. Sorry, my bad.
He said that the snake legend is based on human sin, and people who are robbed of logical thinking due to fear can believe in and execute human sacrifices. So he tells the story so they don't repeat those sins. Then he's like, I just want to be a headstand boo-tuber. And Momo is like, why don't you just fucking tell that other story instead? It's way better. And he's like, oh shit, you right.
The face of him just being like, fuck, that's genius. This is why this show's comedic timing is so great.
Momo heads back to Gigi's house and is like, man, Okarun is going to be disappointed that it isn't a real Tsuchinoko, but he might like that folk story. She gets back and it's like, man, those boys gotta be best friends by now. And she walks in and is like, hey, yo, guys, did the ghost show up? And then she sees the Onsen Gators and Okarun and Gigi all beat up. The leader lady is like, sick. All of our offerings are here. Let's start the festival. Momo then fucking round kicks one of the dudes, a throwback to episode 1. and then psychic hand grab knees another dude.
And bursts his fucking, like, whole shit. Just, like, blood explodes out of his face. That dude that got kneed in the face caught the brunt of it. And then when this dude gets kicked in the dick from behind, wow. Cinema. Absolute cinema, as the kids say.
But then 2 other dudes come and she spinning hook kicks the one with the hammer that is yelling boobs. But then the one with the fan pushes Momo into another one that punches her, but she blocks with her psychic shield. Momo then throws the snacks at Fan Guy and then kicks him in the balls, but then gets bear hugged by the other one and he headbutts her in the back of the head and then goes for the failure frame R, but then Turbo Granny pops out of the backpack and scares him and he falls back and cracks his head. Momo was like, man, what the fuck is happening? Get out of this house, you weirdos. But then Leader Lady flying double sidekicks Momo and is putting on some real moves. And Momo is throwing everything at her. But then she yells Jennifer Lopez Anaconda, and Dalsim crouching heavy punches Momo through the wall and into the talisman room, and all the other Keto family members rejoice.
That was his crouching HP for a while. I mean, really good move, Greg. Really good.
Yeah.
Also, his standing heavy punch was that for a little bit too.
Everyone is like, well, she's using some weird power, but doesn't seem like a spirit medium. And they say that the Keto family has protected the village for generations, and she must be here to destroy it. Momo is like, man, what the fuck? And they're like, you were able to use the onsen because we've been protecting the village for 200 years. And Turbo Granny is just looking around the room all wide-eyed. Momo is like, wait a minute, are you giving sacrifices to the snake? And she's like, yup. And this house is the original place where the sacrifices happen. And they invite people into the house for sacrifices. Momo is like, oh shit, that's why Gigi's parents are in the hospital. And Leader Lady is like, we lucky, we got 3 kids here. We were almost short on offerings. The talisman room turns into quicksand and starts to swallow Momo. And Leader Lady says that the snake is hungry. Momo tries to escape as Turbo Granny is just yelling at the room, but they knock Momo back in. Just then, Okaroon and Gigi use the couch to push all of the dudes and the Leader Lady into the quicksand, and Okaroon reaches his hand out to Momo, and she's like, fuck yeah, you're a lifesaver. But then everyone falls into the quicksand, and it's revealed that there's a city underneath.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of the same houses.
It's like houses built on top of houses.
I feel like it's more them falling on themselves. Like, there was one house, and then another house got built up on the top land, and then it got sucked in when the anaconda didn't want none, and then landed on the other house, and that just kept happening.
It's explained later. When I wrote these notes, I didn't know exactly what was happening. But as we get farther into the series, it's explained why the houses are like this.
Oh, am I right?
No quicksand, but houses were built on top of houses. We'll say that.
Well,
Gigi is like, guys, I need help. And Momo goes to save him, but he's just out of reach and he falls even deeper and lands on a giant snake mouth thing, which awakens. And then I also just said Gigi is fucking jacked, by the way.
Dude, he is shredded. Dude, fucking svelte. Dude, insane. I need to do some push-ups. Golly.
I got jealous. I saw Gigi and I was like, damn, like, what have I been doing my whole life?
Right? I haven't done one sit-up this whole year yet.
The Keto family all flipped into line and do their Snake Lord pose and are like, hey, we brought you some sacrifices. Turbo Granny emerges from the backpack and she's like, that's Kuragari. And Okaroon is like, oh fuck, it's a Mongolian death worm. And it flashes back to their train ride and Okaroon showing them his occult magazine. Okaroon is like, that shit is supposed to be in the Gobi Desert and is said to only be about 1.5 to 2 meters long. And he didn't know that they could get this big.
You know what else got that big?
I don't want to see those,
dude.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I do want to see those. The Keto family is like, hey, yo, worm, eat these 3. And they start just doing their Snake Lord dance. And Momo is like, that isn't a god, you idiots. And then the worm just eats all of them. The kids are like, fuck, well, let's hide in a house for now. And they get inside. But Momo and Okaroon are stunned by the light, and Okaroon starts to transform and goes to attack Gigi. And that ends episode 1.
That scream that Okaroon does at the end was pretty wild. I'm fucking so stoked on this show. Watching Dandadan's first episode, just such a delight. So glad to be back.
It's good.
I know how good season 1 was, and season 2, first episode, I'm in. I'm so fucking in, dude.
Yeah, I think this does live up to Dandadan. And I will say that the whole acrobatic Silky thing is still my favorite.
Oh, 100%. I'm assuming that they do some... they like, obviously, they have to give Gigi his backstory for them to become the new Power Rangers or whatever the fuck they're doing here now. I'm a fan. I'm just like, I really enjoy Dandadan, and it's so good. It's so good. And the Anaconda line.
Their insertion of the random lives up to the hype.
Yeah.
I mean, even the fight scene with the whole Keto family.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck is happening
Dude, it's
right
so
now?
sick. Dude, Momo fucks them up. Like, if it was a 1v1 each time, I think she would have just, like, killed that whole Keto family in a row.
Yeah, and I think you can see they're obviously, like, not normal.
No. They're...
The Keto family.
No, they are... I mean, I'm assuming they've been alive for 200 years. I don't think it's just the lineage that... Because they're just sacrificing babies left and right.
Yeah.
But I am so in. I'm so excited for next week.
And yeah, that concludes episode 1 of all of these animes.
Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today and listening to the beginning of the summer season of the Anaconda Book Club podcast. Greg had a chuckle right there. That was good. You know it was good.
I chuckled.
I saw.
Yeah. I chortled.
Yeah, I chorkled. Anyways.
Check out it-aesthetics.com using tab C10 on checkout for 10% off of your order. And also visit gamersups.gg and use promo code DJ Montague for 10% off of your 100 tubs that you will purchase from them. That's like 10 tubs free.
True. That
Also,
literal
check
science.
us out on the Instagram at the Anime Book Club Podcast. Also, check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcasts. We will be there. And check out the website, theanimebookclub.com.
Hell yeah. Amen, brother. Also, just so you guys know, our codes work on new items. So, good to know. I know they work on Gamer Subs. If you see something new come out, you could use my code, get 10% off of new stuff. Good deal there as well.
Use the code everywhere. Everywhere you want to save 10% off, just try it.
Just
Who
fucking
knows?
give it a try. And if it doesn't work, then come back to us. But also send them an email first being like, hey, I know you guys sponsor the Anime Book Club. My code didn't work here. What's up with that? And they'll be like, oh, wait, what's the Anime Book Club? And then we'll be like, hey, we're the Anime Book Club, and we'd love your support.
Yeah. Or if it's Amazon, they'll probably just be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll just give you 10% off anyway.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. We appreciate you, friends. And the moral of this episode, as spoken by DJ Montague, is coming right up now. And it is, be comfortable in your own skin and don't let others tear you down. Because Fall Out Boy fucking rules, dude. And they're pretty awesome. And I hope you're not afraid to be you. Because you're appreciated and we love you here for being you. Anyways. Friends, thank you so much. Greg, what were you going to say?
Signing off.
Red Leader signing out. Goodbye.
Is this where I say it?
No, I was going to say
Oh.
goodbye and then I was going to do the lead up. And anyways,
go ahead.
Friends, have a wonderful day, evening, whatever you got going on. Thank you. See us next week for episode 2. Greg?
Goodbye.